Welcome to the podcast where we're harvesting humor, planting delight. Join us, Iona and Cammy. Let's have some fun. It's time for Fed by Farmers.
Hello and welcome to the Fed by Farmers podcast with me, Cammy Wilson. Iona is on her well-deserved holiday at the moment, so it's just me doing the introduction for you. Anyone watching on YouTube, I'm wandering around the yard as we record this audio just for something a little bit different. Excuse the mess in the background, especially these bales I stacked up and they fell all over the place. If you're listening on audio, thanks for tuning in. Of course, thanks as always to our sponsors, Crystalyx and Herdwatch, for making this whole thing happen week in, week out. This week we've got a real treat for you. We've got Olly Shearman from the Caledonian Marts. Ollie and the team at the Cali purchased our Fed by Farmers podcast advert entry into the Heather Gray charity auction for £2,500. Incredibly substantial amount of money that all went to a very worthy cause, and we're pleased to say we've got Ollie on the podcast this week. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. We're joined by Mr. Olly Shearman. What is your title at Caledonian Marts?
Managing Director.
Are you the top of the tree then?
Yep, top of the tree at the Cali.
Right, okay. And does that mean, excuse my ignorance, managing director, does that mean you own it?
No. We're owned by a board of directors.
Okay.
So we're privately owned, and then, well, I'm fortunately interested in running the market.
So like a board of directors, how many's on the board?
Six,
and what, they all have a share in the business?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay. There'll be different percentages here and there. Okay.
Yeah. It's not just a straight, the six people, and it's...
Mm-hmm. It's not an equal share.
No.
But they all run it together.
Yeah.
I take it you work towards that as a managing director, as getting on that board or not?
It's actually, last week was my 10th year anniversary for working for the Cali, so yeah, that was quite a big achievement. And then, so 7 years, I started as a trainee auctioneer originally. I was 19 years old when I moved up from Yorkshire, and just gradually built up. And then 4 years ago, the previous managing director, he retired, and
You just start like penning up and that sort of thing to begin with, as it goes.
Yeah, so when I was like a teenager down at home, I used to work at Selby livestock market, just as a casual, washing the pens and drawing the cattle and the pigs and the sheep. You know, it was...
I think it's the best way to go, like, isn't it? Because you've worked from the bottom up and you've seen every job nearly, haven't you? Had a go at every job, and then you get to the top.
I was always a believer of, you see when people jump straight to the top of a tree and they don't know what it's like, what the process of a market is. You need to know that process.
You do,
You know, to appreciate, say, like, you're stood in that box selling store cattle and there's a wee delay with the cattle coming on.
You understand that delay.
You know why it could be delayed. You know, you understand the procedure.
You still got upset though.
Oh yeah, you still got upset.
But at least you know. At least you. But then it's a circle, because you get a roaring, you get a tune out when you maybe caused a delay.
Yep.
It's all just a circle. At least you can say, listen, I got a tune out when I did it.
There's nothing worse from the auctioneer point of view, waiting on stock coming into a ring.
Because everyone's looking at you waiting, but it's not you that they're waiting on, probably. It's someone else, isn't it?
Well, that's it. But also you're trying to look professional and slick, and the buyers are there perhaps, and there's nothing coming into the ring.
And nothing you can do either, really.
No. It's worse. It's worse when things like that happen, when, say, trade isn't as good.
Yeah,
say, like,
everyone's a bit on edge.
Because folk start getting agitated, the mind goes out of it, and...
Aye, true. It's like, let's just go home, it's too dear anyway.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're not buying anything today, it's too dear. There's a break. You've snapped out the trance.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I never thought of that.
Yeah. No, it's... See, when you get a fast flow of stock coming into the ring and trade's good, fast as I would call it, you know, and things are slightly dearer. If you're getting a fast trade and a good flow, there's nothing...
People get carried away and
it's
don't
great.
stop.
Folk get caught in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's absolutely brilliant.
I never thought... Right, I never really thought of it that way. So you started as a boy, you come up for Yorkshire.
Yeah.
But you're saying you started like doing the pens and all that kind of stuff. Within the auction trade, I should really know this, within the auction trade, you don't need any qualifications really to be an auctioneer. You obviously have to go to
Harper Adams.
We spoke about that in the last podcast, actually, about Shoffles. But you said it's the other one that's the shuffles.
Aye, it's the
You're a managing director now. You can have a shuffle.
Aye, that's fine.
What was the one?
Oh, the college. It's the other college. It's like agricultural college, but it's not agricultural university now. I think it is.
Yeah, what's the posh one?
Cirencester,
Cirencester.
Royal Ag.
Yeah, Royal Ag.
That's a bit posher than
That's posher. That's
Yeah.
posher. Yeah.
So, but apart from like to get into Harper Adams to be an apprentice auctioneer, do you have to have good school qualifications or anything? You just need somebody sponsoring you.
So no, you must not.
Yeah,
I had no problem. Well, I had no problems getting in, but
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't actually finish. I've never finished the auctioneering course.
Right, okay.
right. And does it not matter?
No.
I imagine it'd be one of those jobs where like experience is the biggest thing. Like you can't not get
you
away from
eventually get
experience.
grandfather
Like,
rights. So after 10 years, after I've done 10 years in the managing director role, I will gain the initials after my name that I would have got for doing the 4 years at Harper Adams.
right.
Right. So you do 10 years as MD.
Yeah,
Okay, you can work your way to it.
you can work your way to it.
Yeah, but that is where we've gone wrong. And, you know, I don't want to harp back to it, but there was a political party come in years ago and they went education. And it was all about throwing money and getting people to go to university, college, and do all these degrees. Now we've got no joiners, we've no tradesmen, we've nobody with a skill, we've nobody can make anything. And it's flipped now that's where all the money is. You know, these trades. And we spoke about that day with nurses.
I am.
Like nurses, they send them to college, but actually nursing could be an apprenticeship. You know, they could learn on the ward.
Yeah, 100%.
Shadowing another nurse.
Just
Hold that.
watching. If you find someone experienced to train from,
Yeah.
there's no reason that you couldn't do that.
And the auctioneering's the same.
Yep,
Of course it
auctioneering's
is.
the same.
I think sharing's similar too. Like if you go and did a course and they, on paper tell you how to share a sheep, you'd be nothing compared to actually
Yeah, it needs to be hands-on.
hands-on doing
Well,
it. innit?
even policing, I did, I think it's all cut right down now, but I think I did 16 weeks at the police college when I started. Call it police academy, it sounds funnier. It was nothing like police academy.
I can imagine.
I was the high tower.
I
I was the high tower. I couldn't do the sound effects, so I had to be high tower. But the police college was at 16 weeks. But literally, see, as soon as you come out onto the street, it's just like, disregard all that. Because they teach you how to do everything by the book. But you start trying to do something by the book with
real
Barnes in
life,
Glasgow.
aye.
They just
no
take the
chance.
piss at you.
You've no chance.
Aye. You've got to come to their level. You've got to swear at them. You've got to...
You've got to treat them like you're one of them.
Aye.
But you've got the authority to.
If you come
deal with
all by the book and all that, they just make a fool of you. And that's where most of the learning then happened on the street. And I guess auctioneering, prime example.
Yeah.
Sit and watch. Did you
Learn.
do you ever remember that show that was on the Mart?
Yep.
That was Thainston. I thought that was a really good show. And the young fella, I forgot his name now. I think he started selling eggs. Was it
Tommy
Oh,
Fairbairn.
right. Okay,
Was it Tommy?
right.
Was it
Tommy and I started. Well, Tommy was at the Cali when I started.
right?
Yeah.
And he was was that right? He was selling eggs.
Yeah. Selling eggs. Aye.
To get a start, and that's you plying your trade and starting at the bottom and working your way up.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
You see the Barclay boys, like one of them's interested, I think, and they have a go at a few of those dinner nights selling off like wine bottles and all those sorts of things. No,
Yeah,
that's
they're
quite
good.
funny.
The lads are good.
When I was 4 or 5, my grandparents had a wee Jack Russell dog, and every time I was up at their house,
You just auction off the
I
dog.
would sell the dog. I had a wee stool because the dog wouldn't always listen to me because obviously
It's had enough now.
it would go off. So I had my wee stool and I used to follow the dog around and stand on the
Right.
stool and pretend to sell it and
Oh, whenever the dog went, you had to sell it from that position.
Yeah,
I like it.
try and sell it before the dog moved.
Right,
Yes,
okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah. So you had to be fast.
Yeah.
And what are you actually selling at the Cali? Like what, you yourself?
Store cattle and fat cattle.
Right, okay.
Right.
So we Nick, my right hand man. So we're a young team in the whole procedure. Well, because obviously we had the two previous roles retired. So Nick and I
What's Nick's role?
Nick's role is head of sheep.
Okay.
So he's become head of sheep, and
That's Lizzie's role here, actually.
we had a change there. Wouldn't that be just the start of the year? So I came off from selling the fat sheep, and Nick's on them now.
Okay.
So he does the fat sheep, the ewes, and the store sheep, and the breeding sheep. So basically all the sheep.
Yeah. So that's two of you. How many is actually within the business?
Within the business,
Just like for the auctioneering, just the two of you?
I've got a trainee auctioneer,
Yep.
and then we've just started a plant equipment
Oh yeah.
a sales coordinator rather than an auctioneer role.
Yeah, because there's a big ton in that, eh?
It's
These
busy.
online sales.
That's busy for us, so it is.
And that is
fun.
online timed auctions.
Yeah, all online.
Yeah, I see all the markets seem to be going that way now with monthly machinery sales.
It's the way to reach the nation. Well, I mean, the amount of stuff that goes over to Europe that you wouldn't even think.
Is that right?
Yeah, why is someone bidding on that? And then next thing you know, it's away to Poland,
Very good.
Yeah.
which is brilliant. You know, they're never going to come to our site in Stirling and buy.
No, it's maximising value for the seller.
Yeah.
Compared to like a farm sale where like
There's bargains to be had.
aye, farm sale would be a bit more time and people, wouldn't it?
Well, you're very limited your customers too.
Aye, that too.
And you're just local area. Really.
Local area.
It just depends who's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the same with stock. When we're selling stock.
Yeah. Although stock's slightly different because you wouldn't send them to Poland.
No, well,
You know, no matter how you do stock, even online, it's still limited.
yeah.
A wee bit.
Oh no, I wouldn't sell stock online. No, I would never.
Yeah.
I'd never want to go down that route. To be honest with you.
Are you guys? You guys like. How old is Caledonian Marts? You know, how long's it been up on the go?
10.5 years.
Is young. So what's the story
Right,
behind it?
okay.
How did it
The
start out?
well,
There's a split out up somewhere.
no.
I'm not
it's-
coming from this sort of position. I should have maybe done my homework.
It's-
But I thought better to learn it fresh. What's the story?
It would be the mid 60s, and then we had a bit of trouble in that business in 2014, 2015.
Was this the big story about somebody not paying you or something like that? And there's a big account and it all went bust. Right, I have heard something about that story actually. Now it's all coming back to me. So you had to restart.
restart, and I was the first employee of the new business.
Right, is it like the Rangers? Are you the Caledonian Marts? What was it called before?
Caledonian Marts.
So on the books you're the Caledonian Marts. It's like the Rangers thing.
We used to be Caledonian Marts Sterling, whereas now we're just
Oh.
Caledonian Marts.
Oh,
Right,
okay,
okay.
there we go. Mhm.
And it
So-
and it just had to.
Yeah.
That was before you joined the business.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
So that was in June or July 2015, and I started in August 2015.
And did that not give you the fear?
No,
No, like the challenge.
yeah, no problem. I would say that wasn't so much the biggest challenge. It was when Nick and I took on the roles, 3-4 years ago, because I was 26 and Nick was 24.
Yeah.
And going into farms and trying to get farmers to trust us at such a young age.
That's quite hard. Yeah, it'd be hard.
That
to
was
Do you find issue with your accent as well? Is that a factor?
no.
This new guy comes up the road with English accent and he's trying to
Scotland.
tell you to come and
No,
sell
I
sheep
wouldn't say
here
that
or-
was. I wouldn't have said that was a big problem because I lost my accent. Well, I know you probably can pick it out, and folk watching this will probably be able to pick it out. But quite a lot of people think I'm
It's
Scottish.
softened
Okay.
compared to
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, when you first come up the road, like this young yacht.
It
But
went-
then I suppose when you first come up the road, were you out on the doorstep?
Yeah.
You were?
When I first came up the road in August 2015, I went to Campbelltown, and I'll never forget that the price of milk was 10p a litre. Then, and I was driving back out of Campbelltown. I thought to myself, I don't know if I can cope with this. All these.
Was everyone just chasing you?
Wow, milk. Everyone was just so depressed with the price of milk, and I thought, I don't know if this is. I've got quite a
jolly.
Bubbly
yeah.
personality. Yeah.
that's the word. Bubbly. We'll go with bubbly.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
off my head, one or the other.
Aye.
And I thought, no, this is going to be touch or go, I think. But then obviously the milk turned around, and actually I got on really well with a lot of the folk down in Campbelltown now, and we often reminisce when I first went in and how miserable they were. But
What is your big area? Do you get plenty out of Campbelltown?
Campbelltown, Central Belt, obviously, Stranraer, Wigtonshire. Yeah.
Right, you get stuff come all the way up from there.
Yeah, I do a lot down there.
Right, okay.
I do a lot down there, so I do.
And what is the big appeal of the Cali? I mean, apart though, a lot of it will be people just always worked with you. So markets get a lot of that. They've always worked with the Cali.
A lot of folk obviously in the Central Belt are like that, and when you go out to like the West Coast,
Oban and up those ways.
aye.
Yeah.
Well, we used to have Oban Market
Okay.
years gone by, and we came
Is
out.
that a UA one now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Was that part of the whole
No,
bust thing?
no. We had it for a few years after we restarted, and then they wanted to put it up for tender, and
Okay.
Oh, because is Oban Mart itself actually owned by someone else?
Yeah, it's owned by Oban Farmers.
Oh, right, and then it's just run by UA now. But,
Yeah.
Right, is that a lot of those markets like that?
No,
Right.
I know. Dalmalley's not.
Was Huntley? That's a UA one. isn't
Huntley's
it?
UA. I think they own Huntley. You've got the ones
Ty-
like our newest
Tyree? No.
Tyree. I think it's farmers owned.
Yeah. And there's Lewis and Harris one as well. That's
They'll-
probably farmers owned.
They'll
is
be
it?
farmers owned. There's the one just above Oban as well.
And you, what other marts do Cali have now? Just the Cali?
Just Stirling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's easier to focus your efforts.
Yeah, 100% was, especially when we're so thin on staff.
Small team.
A small team, we're
Yeah.
a small, you know, I mean, the miles that we do, well, our biggest thing is the time, you know, getting around seeing folk. I mean, I do spend a lot of time down the southwest in Stranraer and Wigtonshire. You know, I mean, there's a lot of areas that we'd love to go and see and cover and potentially gain customers out of that area, but we physically...
No, it can't get everywhere at
You know,
once.
And what is your tick process like these days? Have you had to...
what you need in Cammy.
That's the right attitude. But no, I just wonder generally, you know, fool me once, shame on you and all that kind of thing.
It's not really a thing that we offer, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because, yeah, of course, past experience.
Yeah. We try and stay away from that.
Yeah, and do you find that hampers you a bit? Although no market's really...
No,
Every market... Well, I'll say Jim at Ayr is slightly different. It's very old-fashioned down there, which is great for me. You know, I can just phone Jim and say, Jim, listen, I need X, Y, or Z, which is great. But most markets, I think, you know, UA and they all work with bankers now, or you know, it's proper credit checks.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's not just a case of you walking up saying, oh, I want 50 Guinness today. I'll pay you once I sell the lambs.
Whenever. Yeah, you have to do the credit checks. Like Carlisle works with Hawkesbury.
Oh, right.
I think they do an Hawkesbury thing.
Okay.
They have an account. You have you set up an account with Hawkesbury, and they'll tell you your limit. And there's like a, don't misquote me here, but there's like an annual fee,
Right, okay.
for having that credit facility, and you use it as and when you like.
Oh, okay,
So
yeah.
see when you go to sell from that front and you're crediting against
The borrowing.
the borrowing, do you pay Carlisle or Hawkesbury?
That is a good. I'm guessing Carlisle pay
Hawkesbury.
on your behalf. One thing I don't know is, I would imagine this is the case. Like if I'm paying, say, at Ayr, and I have a debt sitting, as we did with the heifers that we bought, if I'm needing cash, I can say, listen, take a wee bit off that and give me the rest. They don't stifle your cash flow. They don't say everything you get's mine, as would be the case with Cali and
you
all
just
those other
want-
bits that
you
do
need-
it. So I would think it would be the same down the road there, and with Hawkesbury. If you need a bit of it to keep the lights on,
Yeah.
you'll get it. But it's getting the balance. But no, well, that might be an option. The time Hawkesbury could be.
I didn't know that facility was available, to be honest. You know,
and Hawkesbury's pushing on hard, like, to take over, so they might be worth speaking to. But I can understand why you don't go down that route.
Yeah.
But do you find yourself being like? I mean, I'll be honest, I've never been to Caledonian Marts. To be fair, when I think about it, yet. We're going. It's because you bought this ad, which we're about to talk about as well. I'll bring some fat lambs up for the crack, and we'll get a look round. I suppose distance is the thing for me. Like I use Ayr, as much as I love working with Ayr, it's so bloody handy.
Yeah.
You know, so
20
like-
minutes, isn't it?
It's 20 minutes. We just
Well, how far you talk about Stranraer a lot, but how far you go straight across the country for to Stirling from Stranraer?
no, you have to
come
come
up.
past us.
You have to come past us,
Yeah.
right? Okay, Jesus, quite a trip.
3
then.
hours.
Yeah, jeez, right, okay.
But with a lot of folk, if you're filling a lorry, it doesn't really
No,
matter too
no,
much.
fair enough. Yeah.
You know,
There's not many of them that come up to see their stock sold either.
No, okay.
No,
No,
exactly.
just-
Yeah. Well, look at Willie Skilling over there. Like so much of that goes away up all the way around and down to Longtown.
Yeah.
Well, distance. If the lorry man's coming, he's going that way.
Yeah.
You can fill a lorry.
Doesn't
no
matter.
problem.
Yeah, yeah.
It's no problem. But I was saying, so we should really say that you guys, Caledonian Marts, purchased the charity lot in the Heather Gray auction, £2,500 for some adverts with the Fed by Farmers. Unbelievable, mate! Like unbelievable. Do you know what I want to know? I don't know if you know. Do you know who else was running it up?
No, I was just going to ask you, did you find out who the underbidder
You
was?
not
He's
found out
messaged me.
yet? Right,
If you're
okay.
listening to this and you were the underbidder,
That'd be interesting.
yeah, I would love to. Just for my own.
Well, I hope it wasn't Nick running me.
Nah, and the guy. No, I know Alan Blackwood took it to 2,000.
Right, okay.
He ran it up to 2,000 for the good cause, but I don't know who, because it was 100 at a time after that.
Yeah.
So no,
Yeah.
fair play. Well, good on you. Do you know what I love, Iona? All my livestock in one simple app.
Hi, Cammy. Next, you'll be telling me your cows can send emails.
Well, they can't do that yet, but with HerdWatch, managing livestock is easy. One app, all your cattle and sheep compliance records, medicine tracking, and more right there in your pocket. Tired of paperwork piling up like muck in your parlour? Sick of chasing scraps of paper when you'd rather be chasing sheep? Then you need HerdWatch.
HerdWatch lets you register your calves before you've even wiped the afterbirth off your feet.
It's so quick, I had time left to make a cuppa and drink it.
Whether you're juggling lambing, TB testing, or just trying to remember where you left your wellies, Herdwatch makes sure your records are always up to scratch.
Over 22,000 farmers across the UK and Ireland can't all be wrong. Well, not this time.
Download Herdwatch now and join the herd, because the only thing you should be wrestling is the gate on a windy day.
Herdwatch, farm smarter, not harder. Your big thing, I mean, what? I'm happy for you to celebrate yourself here. What's the big attraction of going to Cali, or what have you got coming up?
Well, where will I start? We'll start with what's the big attraction. I mean, we're a young team. You know, we're thriving. We're pushing hard to try and get that hold in Scotland. But here's an interesting fact for you. Stirling's actually the only city in Europe that's got 2 markets.
Yep.
The only city in Europe?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
So the fact that the 2 of us are there,
Yeah, big one.
it's a big...
But you're not getting suffocated by the
No.
big one?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's because...
Can't be easy though.
What days
it's
you
not
sell?
easy.
What days you sell?
Every second Monday, store cattle. Every Tuesday, fat sheep, cash cows. From August to December, every Wednesday, store sheep. Every Thursday, fat cattle and cows. And then Fridays are normally like yow lamb sales, gimmer sales, tup sales,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
So so they all work separate from each other, and there's no conflict that way. But yeah, it's bound to be difficult for you with.
It is difficult. And going, I know I've already said it, but like the time factor, trying to get around and see folk and tout for new business, that's not always the easiest part. But we've built up a good customer base over the few years that Nick and I have been, chasing the sunset, shall we say?
Yeah.
But so we're very fortunate on that front. But I mean, we want to keep on expanding. So if anyone listening to this wants to become an auctioneer, feel free to give me a shout.
Yeah, you're looking for
Or take on
trainees.
Okay.
trainees or someone that's already in the role.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And obviously looking for new customers or someone
Yeah.
want to try somewhere different, or you're obviously there.
Have no fear, the Cali's here.
I like it. Get some t-shirts. You'll need to start doing. You'll have seen we had James Little on a few weeks ago. He loves a big slogan on his reports. You'll need to get adventurous with that stuff. It always goes down well. How many buyers do you get for your fat lambs? Like, what's your kind of setup?
Oh, it's about six or seven.
Do you?
Yeah.
6 round the ring.
Aye.
Okay, it's quite
Yeah.
a few.
And then obviously there's a bunch of sheep on top of that as well.
Yeah,
So-
you're taking orders from
for
butchers for
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. That's pretty
Aye,
healthy.
five or six.
yeah, that is great.
5 or 6.
Well, like I've said it before, doing it air. There's
Four-
three,
3 or 4, right, okay.
most of the time, and some people don't like that. But to be fair, I've always said I've compared my prices there to that. But it doesn't seem to make too much of a difference.
It makes no difference how many folk around the ring, but psychologically, if you walk in and only see 2 people in a ring,
Yeah,
you
it's
think,
a
it's
hard
going to be a
one.
bad day today.
Yeah.
But it could be the dearest day that you sell.
Well, that'll be it. And I mean, I imagine of those 6, there'll maybe be 2 real big time
Aye.
buyers,
Yeah.
and other boys are picking up where they can and just keeping everything
Going.
on a level. Yeah. But Nick sells the sheep.
Nick sells the sheep now, yep.
Okay.
Right, okay, and then just everything's cattle you.
Yep.
You used to put cattle into this farm
That's correct.
that I'm at here.
Pardon?
This farm we're at
Yeah,
now.
this farm, yeah.
Bogside here. You used to put cattle down into here.
Used to come down, look at the fat ones once they were ready to go.
Oh, so you've actually been to this farm before?
yeah.
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Been a few times.
Aye. You draw them at the straw shed there?
Aye, yeah, well,
Yeah.
aye.
The big cattle
big
court
aye.
at the back?
And then, the way next to your silage pits in there, when I first started, that's where Jim used to fatten bulls.
Yeah, okay.
So that's where I used to keep all the bulls inside there.
Right.
But then gradually the bulls, he stopped fattening bulls just because obviously they can be a wee bit.
More dangerous.
Yeah.
And,
Hard
yeah.
going,
Yeah, just stick to the fat cattle, the
Yeah.
store cattle, and then fatten them up.
And you should just send them down, just take
Yeah.
orders, send them down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cattle's a tough job now.
Aye.
Like-
Yeah, and then they've dropped the dead weight this week, but the store cattle seem to be slightly dearer.
Right, okay.
Right. But someone,
Grass, I don't know, grass about.
well, the grass about is definitely something, but folk won't be thinking so much about grass now. They'll be thinking about housing. And the big thing, I'm in a
Cost
group
of
chat with some
straw.
people. Well, cost of barley's cheap.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone said to me, I think they're buying it off the field for £130 a tonne.
I got told this morning someone was getting 120.
It's going down all the time then.
But
So there
I
we
don't know
go.
I don't know what truth's obviously in that, but that's what.
Yeah,
that's
well,
what
the big kick in the teeth just now apparently is that the whiskey guys have froze a little bit because of the Trump tariffs. So all these guys that usually put barley and grain in for malting, it's
there.
sitting the stores are ram full, so people are actually pretty keen to sell it off the field because actually there's not that many places to go with it.
Right.
Which is why actually in a random twist we have 100 tons of grain in our shed for someone as a favour for a very similar story. And that's how I'm hearing this gossip about the malters and the whiskey holding on to it.
But it's always the case, you know, when one thing goes dear, another thing comes less.
It's all these things that, you know, just looking for the outside in you wouldn't think about.
No.
Oh, we never think Trump putting the tariffs on like backfires right round to us.
Yeah, is something like Trump putting a tariff on whiskey making store cattle dearer?
But then
there's the question.
It's crazy.
Look at the tariff from the Brazilian beef. Now the Brazilian beef's meant to be coming over here.
So what is that one? They've removed a tariff?
Right.
Do we not have a lot of Brazil? It's Argentinian beef. We have a lot of.
Argentinian, aye.
Yeah, okay. So the Brazilian beef could be coming here.
Yeah.
I still don't think we need to worry.
No, I don't think we do either. But we just need to encourage people to keep the suckler cows on and
Are you seeing customers putting them off?
Yeah. Well, you said yesterday about the organic sale.
Yes.
So I've got an organic sale on this Monday. There's 150 to 170 cows and calves, which we're hopefully back in calf as well. So,
Right. Okay.
but I mean, there's one chap. I mean, that's a big organic herd.
That one's slightly different though, is it not? Because he's swapping it for dairy cows.
He's swapping for dairy. That's
yeah,
correct.
yeah. So, but that is it's more
But
suckler
still,
beef
it's
cattle.
suckler. It's
Yeah,
sucklers.
yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I mean, if I had a suckler herd, I would be encouraging people to up their numbers and ride it out.
I spoke to somebody who was I speaking to the other day about this very thing. It's like, we just don't have the money really to do it, is the honest thing. But yeah, investing in cattle I think is such a safe bet.
Yeah.
They're just not there. It's like you're getting into something that everybody else is getting out of.
That's
At
what-
a time when beef is booming
Yeah.
and everybody wants, you know, this fad of lab-grown meat is gone. It's dying. And now everybody wants good, you know, red meat. It's the same with the chicken guys putting the hen sheds up. Eggs are booming.
Yeah.
We just don't have enough land to build a hen shed.
We're
Yeah.
probably too close to too many houses now. We're not.
Yeah, oh, that's the problem with
Yeah,
us.
that
like,
is the
too
problem,
close to-
right.
Yet, exactly. I would just need to find the right spot. By the time we do it, nobody will be eating eggs. There'll be like milk. There'll be so many bloody hen sheds on, they'll all be undercutting each other just to get rid of them.
No, and you'll end up with cream eggs.
At some point. The hen job would be good. But right, so what's this organic sale, just to touch on this, is there organic sales like that in the country?
That's the biggest, as far as I'm aware, that's the biggest dispersal of organic cows and calves ever.
Yeah.
I can imagine
Even
so.
for a normal dispersal of cattle, that's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah.
So, okay. And that's it, the 25th, that's Monday.
25th, Monday coming at 11 o'clock.
Monday coming, so when we're getting this out, this was going to be out on the Tuesday, this is about the day after it.
Oh, so it was yesterday.
Crystalyx Extra High Energy feed blocks have been providing high energy supplementation to ewes, lambs and rams in the UK since 1978. Packed full of protein, vitamins, minerals and trace elements, Crystalyx Extra High Energy has been proven to increase live lamb numbers and improve lamb daily live weight gain at a cost of only 4 to 7 pence per ewe per day. To view the full Crystalyx range and find your nearest stockist, visit crystalyx-global.com.
Yeah. And does Caledonian Marts, does it make money?
We do okay.
Is it healthy?
We do okay. What any money that we do make, I like to reinvest into the site. So I'm constantly always right. Let's put a shed here, and maybe rent it out or use it for storage for ourselves. Or
Okay.
I'm a great believer. Folk are wanting to sell their stock with us. We obviously get a commission off them. Let's try and improve the facilities and their experience
Yeah.
of coming to Caledonian Marts.
Well, if you don't keep moving forward, you'll go backwards
Exactly.
as well.
You've got a good cafe.
Oh, tremendous. Tremendous.
That's always a good one, isn't it?
Can you not tell?
People like a good feed at a market, don't they? It's part of the experience, no?
Oh, absolutely is.
Yeah.
It's a big social markets are such a social hub.
Yeah.
Like that is one great thing about it.
It's amazing how many folk just come to a market just for the lunch.
And they know what to expect, don't they? They know what they're coming
I watch
for.
a few cattle or sheep.
You know what you're
sold
going
and
for every time, don't you?
I get the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty easy. I do like Ayers get quite a small kind of
It's quite new
like
as well.
a
It's
cafe
new
type
as well,
thing.
right?
It's quite good. But we'll see when we come up with the lambs. What it's like. But so you're saying you want to push on and spend this money. How much actual say do you have in that? Can you just make that decision?
Yeah.
Surely if you're going to spend money, you have to go to the board,
No, just get on with it.
right?
Yeah,
So you can put a shed up, or
no problem.
aye,
Yeah,
you don't have to go to the board.
no,
So you're the man. You just decide.
yeah. Yeah. If I want to go and do it, and I think as long as I think it'll benefit the business.
Yeah. And you can
You know,
show why.
yeah. If
Right, okay.
if they say, "Oh, why have you done that?" Oh, because this is my idea. Oh, okay, right.
So how often do you get a tune out for the board? Like, never really.
No, we have a meeting 5-6 times a year, and yeah.
Right, so the board just comes together 5 or 6 times a year, checks in on the books, see how things are going.
Yeah, make sure obviously things are looking okay. Yeah, just go through a few things and yeah.
No, right, okay. No, it's interesting.
That's why I can't emphasize enough like how fortunate Nick and I are to be in working for a company where we can do this
As you need it.
Yeah.
No, I would say so. Listen, you know, I'm definitely won over by you're young, enthusiastic, try to build something. Great that Stirling has the option of 2 markets. Like, what a lucky position to be in.
I had, I'm going off topic here a wee bit, but
That's all right, I love off topic.
I had a chap phone, this will be about a year ago, 18 months ago. I'm looking for somewhere I could do with somewhere to rent. So I said, right, that's fine. What is it you're looking for? I could do with a couple of offices, you know, that sort of thing. So I said, well, I'll tell you what, I've got a wee bit of space here. I could put a container office. Right, that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll be good. So I sent him photos before I went and bought the container, and, you know, we'd got the agreement and everything. Well, I say we've got an agreement, a handshake.
Yeah, farmer style.
Yeah. Wow.
That's probably how you went bust the first time. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. True though.
So I bought the container, and anyway, next thing, the man's gone off the face of the earth.
All right.
So I've had this container sat there for about 18 months. It's about a year, 18 months.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't one of my best ideas, but I've found someone for it now, and
it's going to work out all right.
It's all good.
And they hold their value quite well, those things.
I have no problem with that, but that was just one where I maybe was a wee bit rash, and the board questioned, why have you
Got that sat there.
got that sat there, exactly.
And you had to kind of explain it and be like, okay. But I suppose that's a small thing. And
A container's not like
small thing.
a big outlet. Like, in comparison.
In comparison to some things,
to some things, it's not the
but
biggest.
it was one of them where I maybe should have just held my horses here. I've jumped at it too quick.
Yeah, well, that was good, because I was going to actually tell me something you made an ass of, so I suppose that would be good. We asked most guests, we try to ask them.
Go with that.
There's plenty on
the list. Okay.
Say that, but that's a fair one. But yeah, it's a good idea that, though, to make it use of the space. Do you have a lot of space at the Cali?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it got land with it as well?
Yeah, we're
Like farmland? Like,
no,
like
I've got
fields?
paddocks. I've got fields.
Yeah,
I've got paddocks. Yeah, because we get quite a lot of sheep off like the Isle of Iona, Isla, Mull. So often they come a few days before the sale. So I need to have the facility there for them to be on grass.
And you obviously crutching Jock
Jock
Little run the crutching there.
Yeah.
Who crutches with mostly?
Oh.
Stuart Patterson or
No, Stuart doesn't come up too much.
Adam Wood? Or
Adam comes, and Jock's Ailey.
Ailey,
Ailey.
She does 2 days a week, does she?
She must crutch 2 days a week.
2 days
She
a week.
crutches at UA too.
Yeah.
So
She's been
hard as nails.
She's been doing more and more, especially the season just passed there. So it's good to see. It's good to see a younger person coming on through.
She's an absolute machine.
Yeah.
And another thing that I love that the Cali's doing, that I'd like to see more doing, I've heard some rumours other markets taking it up, is the dipping.
Tremendous.
Very forward thinking.
Yeah.
Well, I think you'd have seen I shared that at the time, thinking that's just brilliant. Is dipping store lambs.
Dipping store lambs, right? Okay.
So they've got who is it? It's not somebody I know.
Jamie
It dips
Galbraith from Perth.
right, Jamie. I don't think I know Jamie.
Is that every
Sorry
store
if I do.
lamb, or just people select the ones they want?
So when you're in the ring and you
Yep.
purchase your pen, you
say-
just shout to Nick at the time, can I
Okay.
dip that pen?
Right,
Or
okay, good.
dip my lambs, or dip
Yeah.
my number 1s or 2s or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the boys out the back know.
And are plenty of people taking it up?
Yeah. It's been
And they go straight on the lorry. They have to stand for a
I
bit.
really need to show you how it works, but because of how our paddocks work,
Okay.
Okay.
they move from paddock to paddock,
Yeah.
so they drip dry. And
Yeah,
so by the
okay.
time they get to the end of the paddock, I'm not saying they're 100% dry, but
No.
they
No,
are.
Because I did hear one point that lorry drivers were a bit funny about taking them on.
Well, it's working with
Aye,
dips.
working with dip as well, and
Some were, and
fumes,
some,
I guess, for the sheep.
some were, and some weren't.
Oh, okay.
But the ones that were with like this, that's a great idea because
Yeah.
I'm getting the disinfectant on my lorry.
that's
So if
true.
I've
Yes.
pulled
Yeah.
something in that looked a bit,
Yes.
That's done now for them too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then pressure washing the lorry won't do the job.
No.
No, it doesn't
'cause
quite.
there'll still be bits of wool snagged on
Yep.
the So yeah, a load of sheep covered in dip will kill. That's a good point.
Yeah.
yeah. But then the ones that didn't like it, their argument was, "Oh, we're not meant to haul wet sheep." So, well, what happens when it rains?
that was the point I saw online. Folks saying, you can't haul wet sheep. It's like, well, what if it's been pissing the rain for 2 days solid?
You're still hauling sheep, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was some temperature. Well, they were going to bring in some temperature thing at one point anyway. Do you remember this, that you couldn't haul sheep to market if it was less than, or if it was freezing or whatever, because it was too cold for all this nonsense? When
Too cold.
folk in offices, then they're like, well, they're wrapped in wool. Like,
I would say it would be too hot.
And they're also crammed in together like penguins. You know, they're warm enough in that trailer. There's no doubt
Serious.
about
Yeah,
that.
serious.
You don't need to worry about them being too cold.
Nope.
So, and you've had no issues from, I take it, like, you know, who do you have to deal with? Trading standards and
Trading standards,
EPHA,
CEPA, we've dealt with them all.
and they're all quite happy.
Yep.
So there's nothing to hold you back.
Nope.
Who takes the dip away?
It's a company through in Livingston.
Right.
It's a company through in Livingston. That was my hardest challenge. I actually had a call with Scottish Government last week about it, because from the call that I had, I'm led to believe that they're trying to find an easier route to get rid of the dip.
Yeah.
That was my biggest problem. But
It's the biggest. Neil Fell, who does a lot of dipping, he apparently in England nobody will take it just now.
Right.
None of the waste. They've all stopped taking it. So he's been they've allowed him a license to store it,
Okay.
but like, what's going to
Says
happen? Modern are working on a great product, I think, to reduce the concentration of the dip. So whatever dip you've got left, there'll be a sort of chemical product you can put in it.
yeah.
Okay.
To break the dip down much quicker and make it easier to dispose of and easier to get licenses and whatnot.
Well, England not taking it, or people not taking it, it's not going to encourage responsible disposal of it, is it? No?
You summed it up. Folk will still dip, but where does the dip
Man,
go?
it's got to go somewhere.
Exactly. It's that unspoken thing. It's like they're just. It's like fly tipping.
Yeah.
If they make it so bloody
Too
hard for folk
expensive,
to
or
tip
can't even
stuff,
get in, probably.
then folk will use other measures. They'll still get rid of it.
That's not what we're wanting to go. We don't want to encourage people to obviously go down that route.
Of
We-
course not.
We really
of course
need.
not.
Yeah.
Which is why the market option's great.
Yeah.
Because you're dealing with the dip.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And that's why Neil Ibdy loves working with Neil, because he takes the dip away.
Yeah.
And that's why we use him. No
It's-
questions about where your dip's gone. Neil's taking it.
It's where we actually had to put the price of the dipping up this year, because I sat and worked it out from last year, and
Barely
there was-
covering.
Well, no, it wasn't even.
losing
It
money.
wasn't covering.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
You know, so we've put it up 30p from last year, and it's breaking.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
It's
You don't
even-
do it to make money. You do
No,
it to
I'm not
set
done it.
yourself
I'm not
apart.
done it to make money at all. It's there as a service. The way I was looking at it was that, you know, I mean, if someone comes along who doesn't normally come and buy lambs from us,
Yeah.
you know, but they might come and buy 200-300. That's 200-300 pounds more
Yeah.
on the sheep that they've bought than what we would have got if they weren't there.
Yeah, and it's customers.
Yeah,
You know, like
exactly.
we're not buying store lambs, but if I was looking at buying store lambs, I'd be thinking,
It's a job done, man.
take a ramp to the Cali because they're dipped. I can get them dipped. Like, I absolutely agree with you there. I think more markets should offer it. It's a big
100%.
one.
Every it shouldn't be offered. It should be compulsory for every market.
to offer it. Well, I'm such a stickler about the scab thing. It does. I actually think going extreme here, and folk will maybe get upset at me saying this, but I think there should be a vet at all the loading bays on like store sale days,
When
just randomly testing.
when we first started doing it, we had one chap arrived in, and I was at the loading bank actually, and the sheep came
It was
off.
obvious.
Obvious.
Oh, so obvious. And he doesn't actually normally give us any sheep. So I said, oh, these sheep look a wee bit.
Itchy.
And he said, yeah, that's why I brought them here. I said, whoa, hang on, hold the bus here. What do you mean that's why they brought them here? Oh, because you can sell them, and then if someone buys them and they want them dipped, they can get them dipped here. I said, that is not what this facility is for. Put them back on that trailer. I do not want those sheep here.
Aye. Good on you. But my thought with just having the vet there was not to catch him out. It's just to scare those guys away.
Yeah,
Because there's a lot of guys who will know what they're doing.
yeah,
And
100%.
it's just there's some genuine cases where people don't know. Of course there is, but a lot of them, they know what they're at. Like, or if they suspect it and they think there's a vet there maybe testing, then and it's a good thing. Like, because if the vet says, "Oh, tested your lambs, they've got scab," you get a dipper and you get them dipped. It's not the end of the world. Scab's a lot easier to deal with than
funny,
worms.
like taboo thing, isn't it? It's like, I
that's
don't
the mad
know
thing
why.
about scab, but it's far easier to deal with than resistant worms or worm problems, because you just dip them and it's done. It's solved. Worms is in your ground. It's an absolute nightmare. Whereas dip, we get far too caught up about it. It's like bloody chlamydia or something like that. You know, it's like pure. It's like some STI.
It's a weird thing. Like, I don't know why they're so
Oh my
like, hung
god!
up
Of
on
course,
it.
scab.
Aye.
I knew I should have never went to that farm. But the dipping. I can see more. I do hear rumours of another market. Are going to try it as well. So you've obviously inspired some. Does anybody else do it?
No, not that I know of.
No, same.
Not that I know of.
don't know of any that I've seen doing it. And what is it you charge?
£1.50 a sheep.
£1.50 a sheep?
£1.50.
That's probably maybe less than what we pay now.
don't know.
And we do it at the farm.
Right,
I'm not
aye.
sure. I think that's all right at that.
Aye, it's done, isn't it?
Well, you come home, peace of mind.
Because our sheep, especially, they go away to keep. If you're not coming back to the farm, then it's away, aren't they?
Well, most people will store.
Aye, well,
most
they'll be
people buy
going away
store
from the
lambs.
farm, won't they?
Yeah,
Aye.
yeah. They're probably putting them a bit of ground they've rented or on stubble
Yeah.
turnips or dairy boys that aren't going to want any hassle.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you buy your sheep, you get them dipped. I mean, while the sheep are at the market, like one chap today was like, "Oh, could I just quickly doze them?" Because they're just obviously
Yeah,
getting dropped
yeah.
off at rented ground.
Oh, we've done
Laurie's
that.
just going to doze them at the market, in at the field. He's got no faffing about.
Forget about them.
Forget about them for a bit.
And you just get like a thank at the market. You can just do that.
use that, aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. We have done that before.
We've done that
actually.
before, yeah.
Yeah, we did that before. Just in the pen with a can of spray.
Those, the
Dose it,
facilities
spray
there.
it, dose it, spray it.
Aye.
That kind of old school style. For the same idea, take them straight to grass. But obviously didn't dip them right enough. But
The facilities there, I mean, no problem. Full cask,
Yeah.
yeah,
you know, you're more than welcome to use it.
very accommodating. That's good. So, and what is it, like, you know, a lot of these markets have their big thing. Like, I suppose you get the bull sales, Lanarts get their Texels and Blackies thing. Have you got anything that's like your jewel in the crown at the moment? Are you, apart from this organic sales, obviously quite a special, unique thing, but
No, we don't really. I don't push down the pedigree side at all because obviously UAE have got such a big hold on that against. Well, not against us, but again, staff. We'd just rather be commercial.
yeah.
You know, we just get on with the job.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you're looking to run a profitable business.
Yeah.
And obviously grow it organically or naturally as you go. No pun intended. Naturally as you go. But, I mean, this jumping cattle prices is meant to take the pressure off you. Like, you must see your books
Yeah.
jumping
Yeah.
in line with that.
Yeah.
Because your fixed cost won't have increased any, despite cattle.
I came out my electricity contract in the back end there. That was.
I bet you came out of it in the back end.
Aye, my contract finished, so I've just started a new contract. So that's obviously
Is that good or bad?
no bad
Bad,
for
aye.
me.
Oh, because you were locked on pre-war
I was
prices.
3 years I was on for.
Oh, nice.
So that's been a big.
Okay.
So you say my fixed prices are obviously fixed, but there's still
A few variables, yeah.
a few variables.
Do you do solar panels?
No, not yet. I looked at it a few years ago, but I'm needing to have another look at it, to be honest, because as far as I'm led to believe, they've come down quite a lot from when I had looked at it.
Okay.
So
Because one thing markets have is lots of roof space.
yeah, my problem was years ago is that I wouldn't be able to sell any back to the grid because we use everything that it would generate.
Okay.
Which it was too long a payback.
But now
okay.
electricity is more expensive.
Yeah.
You might be
And
right.
the solar panels have come down in price.
Yeah.
It's going to counteract itself.
Yeah.
So hopefully, instead of, I think it was a 25-year payback the last time, hopefully it might be down to a 10-year payback, which makes it
Worth doing.
worth doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
No, fascinating, and listen, good to get an insight into Caledonian Marts. I mean, is there anything else about it you want to tell us? Or, I mean, this is a good chat to say. Sell yourself all you like. You've earned that, right?
Well, like we've talked about the dip in there, but like on a Thursday, so we have quite a good fat cattle sale and cask cow sale again every week. You know, I mean, all shapes and sizes from, I mean, last Thursday I was 480 kilos to 900 kilos. You know, so I mean, it's.
Do you sell many Dexters?
Are you needing one?
No, weirdly, we have a podcast next week, I think it will be now, with a lady at Darville Dexter's, and we were just trying, she wasn't sure the price of a fat Dexter going through the ring. Would you know that?
It'd be a hard one, wouldn't it?
Oh, she just says that not many Dexter people put them through the ring.
What weight do
She'd
they
be
get
better
to?
butchering it, and
That's what she does, and
yeah,
she does a good.
Should be better doing that.
Yeah, I think she gross. I don't want to spoil the podcast next week, but I think gross it's about $2,500 before her costs come off it, butchering it and selling it herself.
Yeah, but nothing like that in a ring.
Oh, she says that. She doesn't even think it'd make £1,000.
No,
Is that right? Even with high prices now, it's okay.
it costs too much to kill it
That's what she said.
Aye.
for the carcass weight.
For the size of the eye.
She said that in the podcast. I don't want to spoil next week's podcast, but Mary literally says the costs for killing and butchering and delivery of that carcass is the same as an Angus.
The same as anything, aye.
Yeah.
But it's the same. I mean, she's probably getting 100 kilos back, 120 kilos, well, maybe a wee bit more than that aside. And but it costs the same to do a 400 kilo beast.
Yeah. That's she's 250. She's 250 for the whole carcass.
So 120.
Aye, so you're not far away. 125 a
Size of
side.
all our pigs? No.
No, pigs were 95 kilos.
Oh, I sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, well, I tell you what, yeah, it's
Aye.
That's interesting.
she makes a fair, but she has. the meat quality is their big selling point
Yeah.
too. But we're going on a tangent with Dexter's
Well, we could
here.
get Dexter's.
So it's just
like,
interesting you
couldn't we?
don't get them
The boys
through.
could lead Dexter around, have been.
Dexter's.
Yeah, so right size the kids now.
We'll talk about that after the podcast.
I think
you not just hear what the man said?
A Highland cow and a calf would look quite nice at the side of the road as well.
Highland cows would do well.
Oh, I know, but I don't think the horns
It's
go
the
well with
horns,
the
eh?
kids. Ain't.
The good thing is that crush we got for Tipari, it's one of these sliding door crushes, so you can do Highland cows on it.
Yeah.
Because it slides in.
I
Get
forget
a
that.
couple of Highland cows.
If you do the farm shot one day, maybe.
Right. We have got beef shorthorns, so what do you think of beef
They're
shorthorns?
looking really well.
I
I actually
look well.
I drove past so I could get a proper look at
Aye,
them before I came in.
They're all right, eh?
Yeah,
looking-
looking
looking
really
shiny.
well.
They're such a flesh and well, big
I'm
cattle. It's
So
just,
pleased about the calf as well, isn't it?
yeah,
the
with a
big one.
heifer calf that was lame, and she's came good now. But
That's really
like,
good.
aye, the suckler cow. But as we said, I would up the numbers. I think positivity in cattle.
Yep, definitely.
Keep pushing forward. Are boys buying these store cattle making a turn? I mean, you'll be getting cattle back now that
There's-
people paid a lot of money
Yeah,
for.
that's-
Are they making a turn or not?
It'll be close.
Yeah.
It'll be close, especially for the cattle prices in the spring.
Because the fat price is dropping
Yeah.
now.
Well, the fat price really from April time is not far off £1 a kilo less
Is that right?
now than what it was then. Which, well, you can do the maths of 400 kilo
It's
beast.
quite a lot of money. isn't
It's
it?
a lot of beast.
Yeah, yeah. Especially when store was insane.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
You think I'd be tight, these boys.
Yeah,
Numbers
but
game.
that's where we rely on, like around my fat cattle ring on a Thursday with the independent butchers. You know, we're fortunate. I mean, we've butchers come from like Jedburgh, you know, the Stirling calendar. You know, there's a variety of folk. There's a butcher down in Stranraer I deal with a lot, and
Okay.
you know, it's good that I get a good selection
Yeah.
for those butchers because not every butcher wants the same beast.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they've all got a different preference.
Yeah.
And
It's
just do some butchers just like heifers and some like bullocks? Are they all heifers? Or
No, it's a variation.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's,
variation.
it's fascinating that as well.
It's really interesting speaking to the butchers on a Thursday. So it is, you know, I mean, it's I don't there's a butcher in Jedburgh I deal with a lot. It's Briggs's Butchers on the high street.
Okay.
And it's really interesting speaking to him week on week and how he goes on about, you know, this beast, this, you know, maybe just
The beast, because you'll remember the beast they bought
Aha,
last week.
yeah.
And
So
he'll
it's
tell you
amazing,
about it.
like, how
Or-
I
or
could-
3 weeks previous.
I
the
can
time it's
describe
hung.
it live, and then he's telling me what it was like dead, you know, like the fat
Yeah, yeah,
cover
yeah.
on and everything like that. It is interesting.
And then the butcher's still making money. Like, I mean,
It'll be-
some might say a butcher's always making money, but they must be tight. Like,
It'll be tight. It'll be tight.
The fat price coming down will help.
Imagine like the customer base will affect like I don't know, up and down the country. Do people buy more of one thing there than they do down there? Like more steaks get sold in.
Oh, you mean
more,
Stranraer people might like steak
Ri-
pies more than people?
Well,
in
I don't
Stirling?
know. Or like richer places might be buying more premium cuts as opposed
Yeah,
to
definitely.
cheaper cuts, that sort of thing.
It
That's a
very
good
much
point.
depends.
Maybe
It
the animal you bought, you can get less. Oh, I don't know, more off one thing or not.
very much depends where the
where
butcher
it's
shop
going
is.
now.
Yeah, they've all got. I mean, we've got a couple of butchers that don't buy lambs.
Like,
They can't sell lamb.
can't sell lamb, no.
Yeah,
You know, it's
and,
not-
and there's no money on it anyway.
It's not
Yeah.
been a case of that they used to sell it and they can't make money at it. They just physically do not have
not a lamb
the
area.
clientele
No.
for lamb.
Aye. It's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, we had, well, actually, it was just on the phone. I was speaking to Jim Nisbet, who's a butcher. You'll know James Nisbet. So Jim, and he was saying, like, what was it? Part of the year, a third of the
Aye,
year,
it's just making.
he makes a wee bit. A third of the year he breaks even, and a third of the year he loses a wee bit. So basically, for the full year, he
just-
breaks even on lamb, but he just has to have it.
Yeah.
You know, because he has customers that want it.
Yeah.
But you rely on someone coming in saying, "Oh, I'm here for some lamb chops. So I've not got any lamb. Oh, that's fine. I don't want any fillets then."
Yeah, no, they only
That's
come.
his
Aye,
point. That's
yeah.
it. Or they
You've got
try the
to-
next butcher.
Aha.
And
You've
then
got
that's now they're a regular there, so they're getting their mince there as well, and that was his thing, is that you just have to have it because
Yeah.
it's a butcher shop. But as you say, if there's people that never need it, yeah,
I mean, that's like coming to a market and, you know, you come on a Monday to buy stock cattle and there's no stock cattle.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's,
yeah. Or you go to another market, yeah, because they've got them.
Yeah.
Exactly. And in terms of numbers, like how many fat lambs do you do a week?
anywhere
Well,
from
obviously it varies at this time of year. but-
anywhere from this time of year, 800 to 1500.
yeah,
You know, and then yows could be anywhere from 200 to 600-700.
yeah. So you'll be pushing hard to increase those numbers, obviously.
Yeah.
Because lambs that's a nice wee cream, isn't it? It's a good earner for a market. 'Cause
It's
not-
consistent.
Numbers.
Well, and
yeah.
also they're easy handled and easy put through, and you
Yeah.
can do big numbers quite quickly. And you know, it's not working with cattle that's one at a time, or 2 or 3 at a time. And
Actually, when I was doing the sales diary last back end for this year, in my sale, it normally falls in between June and July. I look back how many cattle I had at it, and I thought, nah, I'm just going to do some sums before I put this in the diary. And I worked out it costs in casual for the staff. It costs me the same to sell 100 cattle as it does 300 cattle in wages.
Right.
And obviously, a market's making more money if we sell 300 cattle than 100.
Yeah.
So I thought, no, we'll just. I missed a sale. I went a week. Without.
Okay.
Oh, I see,
join them up
Yeah.
together. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
So rather than 2 weeks at 200, one at 200. I see what you mean.
Staff-wise and that,
400.
yeah.
Okay. So what else is in the future for the Cali then? Is anything
Just
on the
keep on
horizon?
growing and thriving, and we just want to keep on pushing. You know, I mean, that's all we can do, isn't it?
And
You know,
I get that's part of your motivation. I take it behind the obviously buying the advert for the Heather Gray auction and obviously coming down chatting to us off the back of it and all that. This is all just a good you putting in your best effort to get out there.
Yeah,
getting on.
Exactly, or try to anyway.
Yeah.
Try to. No, listen, I think it's come across great. I think a lot of people, you know, especially like one thing I love. I talk about here quite a lot is like the owner's there. Like every day you get in, he's there. You can get a bit of crack with him.
Nice.
I like it because I can get my tick because I'm always hard up. Obviously, that's different. Every market now is different than that, and not the same options. But I think folk will like the fact that it is a young, enthusiastic group. Small.
Yeah.
Farmers like the things.
Oh, you know who you're
old-fashioned
talking
a wee
to,
bit.
yeah.
Would you describe it? Is it a bit kind of old-fashioned?
Yeah, I probably
I mean, you
would.
don't want to be.
I don't want to make it sound like we're an old-fashioned company,
Yes.
but like you walk in.
A few values.
We don't have customers and treat them as a number. We treat them as a people.
You know.
You know, we want to. If I don't know you and Nick doesn't know you, one of us will soon know you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but that's the way it's got to be. That's how we aspire to grow
And folk love a bit of that. Folk love it when you say their name.
yeah.
Love that. Not easy. I always admire auctioneers for that.
Yeah, it is. I do
If in
well for
doubt,
that.
call him John or Tam. John or Tam.
You're right. You're a good chance.
You'll be all.
It's like when you're around those rings, but to be fair.
You're doing well because you're under pressure and you're thinking a lot of other things to know everyone's name.
Oh, especially when it's like breeding sales, when it's not people you see every week.
Yeah.
And you've got to try and remember that name. And
Well, you think you've got the stock coming in.
Yeah.
You're trying to look, well, cattle-wise, you're trying to look at the age, look at the weight, say hello to who's selling them,
Yeah.
look at the beast, figure out what they're worth in your head,
yeah.
spot who you think's obviously going to want that type of animal, and then remember the name.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot happening
That
in a
is a
short
lot,
space
it's
of
a lot.
time.
Fair play, actually.
Fast-paced.
Yeah, you don't think about all those things. No, well, listen, Ollie, fantastic to have you down.
No, thank you very much
no,
for,
thank
for
you.
inviting me.
Good luck with your organic sale. I'm sure it's going to be popular, but a lot of people looking for organic cattle. Obviously, it might be some down south. Scottish cattle can go anywhere.
Anywhere, yep, we can still go anywhere.
So if they're wanting
Haulage can be arranged, anything can be sorted.
do you know the number off the top of your head for phoning in for it? If somebody wants to phone you to bid for them.
01786 450 922 or my mobile 077 300 46252.
There you go. Just skip back and
Okay.
play that again if you're not sure. That's Olly Shearman at Caledonian Marts. If you're wanting organic cattle, give him a phone. Ollie, absolute pleasure, mate.
Thank you very
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Thank you.
cheers. And that's it. Podcast complete for another week. Thanks to Ollie for taking a run down to one of his old haunts here in Ayrshire and sharing some insights into Caledonian Marts with us. You will be hearing a bit more about Cali at some point. I say we've promoted the organic cattle sale, but they still have 3 good shout outs or adverts to use whenever it pleases them. I think they've certainly earned that with the incredible generosity and the substantial amount of money, as I said at the start, that they paid towards the charity auction. So thanks to them for that. Thanks to Ollie for coming down, making an entertaining podcast. And thanks to Lizzy for being part of it as well. The next couple of podcasts actually has Lizzy as the co-host while Iona's on her holidays. She will be back, I think, next week. When I say I think, I hope Iona will be back next week. As always, thanks to Crystalyx and to Herdwatch for supporting the podcast. Remember, if you have sheep going out thinking about a pre-flush for your tups, the Crystalyx High Energy is the job. That is what we'll be using here. Thanks very much, folks. We'll see you next week for another one. Oh yeah, I've been Cammy. There is no other person here, and we're all fed by farmers.